the thing that stuck out to me the most was this dynamic between Bob and Perfidia and them becoming parents. You know, what do we do when you have kids? And do you continue on your path, whether it's on in your own bullshit, whether that be extremism, or do you conform and realize that you have, like, there's another, this is the battle that you need to tackle. And it was, to me, it was like a Bob versus Perfidia. Like, she was feeling a lot of that postpartum depression, and like, Bob, they made it a point to show that Bob had already transitioned into being a father. He even says to her, like, we're a family. Like, this is, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this is what we're supposed to be doing. But she was that free spirit where she felt like she still needed to continue on with the revolution, and then she eventually gave in. They found her, and she gave up all her friends, and then we go through this crazy montage where they just either take them out or take them to jail, and like, and then she runs away. So now she's being seen as this rat. So now he has to tell his daughter, he has to deal with telling his daughter that, what does he tell her? Does he tell her that she's a rat, or does he want his daughter to honor her mother of, like, who he really saw her as? And I thought that was really interesting. I also love the scene where Bob's talking to the teacher, and she's doing so well, and he just starts crying, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "I just have tears of joy." And I actually really love that scene because I think it emulates how parents feel. Like, we just, like, whatever faults you see in yourself, you try not to translate that onto your kids. So when you have that outside validation of somebody telling you, like, "Oh, your kid's doing well," and especially for him, like, he sees himself as a fuck up, and like, hearing that is like, well, it's just such a relief to hear that at this point in my life, my kid is doing better than I was at that point.
You're listening to Box Office Bingers with Matt Diaz and Ernesto Santos.